afternoon everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Booster 2000 and the dramas and dilemmas I'm having my water problems. For those of you who've been watching my channel, you know back some time ago I had a bad repair from previous owner of my radiator with some silicone. Eventually swapped the radiator out because it was leaking. As soon as I swapped it out on a startup, like 5 minutes later the water pump went. Because there was Radwell in the system, so I assumed that's why. Next week his point went. Car ran okay then for a while. Week or two later I was losing pressure, sorry, I was losing coolant, or like a constant whining. I was like ee, through the cap on the expansion tank. I changed that. I've done probably about 1,000 miles like that with no issues, done long journeys and stuff, but it's been spilling a bit of water, and more recently now I've noticed it. I changed the thermostat the other day, and that was completely fit. Well, the last video it was full of Radwell, but since then my water's been getting worse. I took it out earlier and it's no problem at all when driving. It's nice and cool, it runs about 80 degrees, 85, 90 degrees max, but as soon as I start sitting in traffic it's just starting to warm up. It's not going into red, and then as soon as you start driving again it goes. So is it a lock? Somebody have said just now on the RS2000 forum it's quite common for these blocks. They've had a similar problem. They've had to fill the water through rad hoses rather than through expansion tank. Somebody said matrix could be blocked, but I've just gone out and got myself a compression tester now. I had one before, I've lent it out and it never came back. I've also got myself a sniff test to do, but that's in the post and it's not come yet. It's just a bit of peace of mind. And worst case, I'm gonna rip your head off, because on a positive note I've been accepted to 424 show, I think, up in Bath or Bristol. I've also, which is a really massive achievement for myself, been accepted to Players up in Goodwood. So I need to get the car sorted. But yeah, I do a compression test now, and you can do it with me if you want. So I'm gonna crack on. So really quickly, I've whipped off a coil pack, but what I have seen is a bit of oil around here, around this breather, and on the coil pack over this side I've seen bit of vapour probably in Bridget, so that could be affecting a spark. It might be something to do with like a misfire or something. But yeah, and I'll whip these out now, see the condition on these plugs, and do a compression test. So there's plug one out. Oop, losing focus, hold on. Bloody hell. Okay, so let's try the cylinder number one, shall we? Let's see what that shows. So it's 150, just over 150 in cylinder one. We'll try it again quickly. Take number two, cylinder one. Let's have a nosy, shall we? Yep, safe 150. On to the next. There's plug two. The flash is on now in the garage. It looks a lot whiter than it is, but it's not. It's it's on. On to number two. This is going to be repetitive, isn't it? Let's hope I got a good battery. Let's have a look, shall we? Number two, literally just over 150, same as the other. So I'll take that. Well, I don't know what it meant to be, but that's even compared to the other one so far. There's my helpers. And there's number three. Oh gosh, focus is terrible. Helper. Right, number three. Oh, it's been nice if they're all the same, isn't it? Let's have a look, shall we? That one is just over bloody torch, just over 150. Well, it's about 156. The others were 151, something like that. Okay, it's a little bit different. Here we are, we're under the last bore. Gap could be reduced a bit, to be honest, on all of them. I'm not sure if that looks like they're running lean or after. Does anybody know? It's been such a long time since I played around with plugs and gaps. Right, here goes. Cylinder 4. I'm sad. I'm very tired because it was nights last night and it's messed my body clock up, but let's have a look, shall we? Don't know why I might feel about to prime. Wish me luck. Da, 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 da. Moment of truth. Cylinder is down. Yep. So that one's running about 140. Double check and tighten it down here again and try it one more time. But let's see, that could be it then. This could be the answer to my questions. So yeah, take 2, that is about 155, 156 maybe, or I don't know, 160? I don't know, but this cylinder's up higher. This one is about 151, you know, 152 something like that, now about 150, 151, you're there, I don't know. So that one's higher and those are lower. So maybe it's gone across there. I don't know. Do a bit of research in the meantime now. Ask all the gurus on Facebook. Hopefully somebody can tell me. I tap my mates up now, give them a ring as well. Bend their ear, because I'm sure they're fed up enough of me as it is. Right, so bit of research. Apparently you can have 10 to 15% tolerance between them, and it's quite a healthy engine. And in double checks, I don't think I turned it over long enough. So I'm going to count to 10 and do everyone again at 10 to see what they come out at. 10. I can count. And yeah, and just by doing that, that's cylinder 1, and that's now 160. See, they're all more or less the same. Right, I'm none of the wiser. I've got about 160 in number 1, 155, 56, maybe in number 2, number 3 about 160, and number 4 I think it's about 160, 162. But given the difference between 155 and 162 being 7 psi, tolerance you can have between 10 to 15%, which is a healthy engine, apparently what it says online. So say for example, what is it, call it say 158, I could have, on an average, I could have nearly 15 psi out, apparently. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, maybe the internet's wrong, but yeah, so I got compression across them all, pretty much more or less even. When I am doing it though, the cap's off at the moment of water, I can hear it glugging a little bit, so it's turning the water pump must be turning around and turning water through the engine. Maybe it's a crap water pump, I don't know. It can't be fitted wrong, can it? It's not leaking, it just goes in, it's like 5 volts or 4 volts or whatever, and it's run right since then. Just don't know what to do. Is anybody got any advice or suggestions? It would be really helpful. I've got a sniff test on order, like I said, and I'll try that on Monday to see if there is any coolant leaking in from the, sorry, gases leaking into the coolant from the combustion chamber and stuff. But I don't know, compression will be right down if that's the case, or maybe it's minute and it's just building up. But today the temperature rose and it hasn't done that really, so I don't know, I'm at my wit's end. So this is over to you, YouTube mechanics, to hopefully help me out and point me in the right direction. I'm happy to take my head off, but I don't want to take a head off unnecessarily. And like I said, I got shows to go to this year now, and I've worked so hard, and my friends have to get this car right. I don't want to not go, so it means a lot to me. So anyhow, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and let's have a more positive upbeat video next time, I'm sure. But cheers. Day 2. So a lot's gone on since I done my compression test yesterday. I've redone it. I let the car turn off for 15 seconds on each one, and I left it in for 5-10 minutes and the pressure didn't drop, so the compression's not leaking out. Struggling then, confused what's going on. Speaking to people online, etc., people are like, oh, I've had that problem and it wasn't a head, etc. If it was a head, this would have happened, etc. So I was like, mind going. I was thinking, what have I done differently since I've done the thermostat and started overheating again? I think to myself, I put heat shield on, which covers the pipe but runs the top of the thermostat, which goes back to the header tank. I've done that. And I cleaned off the old silicone, didn't I? And I put new silicone on. How have I got silicone in there? So one of the boys said, the water pump's working, the other pump that goes around, pipe goes around off the nipple off the thermostat, goes back to the header tank. Is that giving out water? Is it giving out consistent? So I don't know. So when I was squeezing the pipes, I couldn't see anything. So I unscrewed that at the header tank, which I'll show you now in the bonnet, and I blew through it, and I couldn't blow through it. One of the boys said, you're not going to be able to blow through it because the thermostat be closed. I was like, okay, I should be able to. So I blew through it, eventually bubbles come through the tank. When it came back through, the water came back. When that water came back through it, loads of lumps of black gunk and silicone come through it. So I'm thinking, was that blocked, or was it partially blocked, and when the water was passing through it's causing bubbles and it wasn't a consistent flow? But yeah, I'm in the car now, and it's been idling here for 2 minutes we're talking, and the temperature's only on 88 degrees. I've driven it for about 3 miles, and I don't seem to have any problems. So I'm going to have a quick look under the bonnet now to see if I've got any spillage and that kind of stuff, and then I'll turn the car off to see if there's any pressure in the system, which I was getting. Maybe good, maybe bad, we'll soon see. There you go, that's the temperature right now. Let's jump out. Let's do it live. I haven't looked under there myself yet, so no water leaking. Water levels to there. This is the pipe I'm talking about, and I had a heat shield over here. Let's turn this off and check the temperature again. See, it's only on 90 now. Right, let's have a look. Water levels are there, it's not pushed up, so that means there's no pressure in it. That's really good news. So look under the car, there's a puddle underneath there because of a pothole. I panicked then, so that's good news. Fingers crossed. Right, let's start the car together. Pump's primed, because if head's gone, it should have difficulty to start, shouldn't it? That's one of the symptoms. Lovely. Put the fan on. We're on 89 degrees. I'm still hearing a bit of sloshing through heat the matrix, so maybe it does still need bleeding, or maybe there's Radwell or gunk in there. And take it for a drive. I'll give it a bit of boost and we'll go from there. So a little go tree. 88 degrees. It's like Back to the Future. 88 miles per hour. So I can boost. Yeah, pulling. See, these are not symptoms of a head gasket. Temperature's 86 degrees now because the water pump's working and it's circulating. That pipe on the top of the thermostat is water going back to the header tank, isn't it? So, I don't know, I can't smell coolant. That burning hot water smell either, which I could. 84 degrees. Let's take up a bypass quickly, shall we? Right, we're just about to pull out onto the bypass or dual carriageway. We're on 86 degrees, and I'll tell you how many miles we're doing up here. We'll give it a bit of beans, not too much, and then when we pull off, I'll pull up so the car's idling as equivalent as it would be in traffic, and see if the temperature rises, because that's what was happening. So this car's in fact, I can't really go too hard, but it's holding in full boost, which is good. Temperature's 87 degrees, 86. Great, if I'm giving the car loads of guts like that, compression and the cylinders go wah and all that kind of nonsense. So it'll be blowing water into the system by now, wouldn't it? 85 degrees. Okay, I'll catch up with you further. I don't want to bore you. Right, Right, we're 2 miles up the bypass and we're on 79. Let's take the exit again back here. Everyone's looking at the car, they're like flashing, right, 80 degrees. She's having a bit of guts. She gets us still nice and consistent, very warm, not too hot, like we were burning up before, and then when the car came on, to the extent where I put my phone in front of the heater, it's flashing up saying that it's hot. Done another mile up the road. Temperature is dead on half, and the LED showing 79. I think it's important to let it idle when we come off here, because if the water pump ain't working or there's a lock, it's just going to rocket straight away, isn't it? And that was happening in like minutes. This might be a bit of a long drawn out video for people, and I really do apologise. But people are interested about the car, and also it's really good if you're having this problem. Because I can't find stuff on the internet. I'm messaging my friends doing their editing. My wife is like, Dan, go and just bloody fix it now because you can't switch off. And I don't want to go to a garage because my mate's got a garage, they could go. But I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to be in a position where that I'm taking the head off, which is unneeded. Right, we're going to pull up now. 2 magpies, I'm sorry to enjoy. Right, 80 degrees. We've done a few more miles there. Let's switch a fan on, shall we? Just keep a lookout now. Right then, we've been sat here for about 3 minutes. We're on 91 degrees, it's still on half. Temperature's toasty in the car, nice. Sleep them on anyway, it's always healthy. Let's have a look outside. Right, we'll see we're on 92, halfway. Water level secure. I can see the water now flowing through here. Quite hard, but not rock hard. I'm not doing myself. Yeah, they're not cooking, they're not as hot as they were. Just give it a bit of revs there. Yeah, you can definitely see water falling through there now. That's the end of the car. And the testament now. 93 degrees. Let's turn the car off. Bone dry. Water level was there, it's dropping down a bit now, it's back down just below the max. Don't know if you can see it. It's there. Let's take out the water pump. Hoses aren't that hard, they are hard, they're ballooning a bit, just bit my hand. But yeah. Okay, let's try and start the car again. Start the first time, 19 degrees. And you don't forget that, there's a bit of sloshing coming through heater matrix. But again, that's another thing that people say on these cars is very common. Somebody said about heating it up, topping it up through the top rad hose. Yeah, 89 degrees, sitting in traffic. That is not an air gasket, so the only thing that's gone is my head. Right then, so if you've lasted this far in the video, thank you. And I bet you're thinking, it's only 88 degrees and halfway. The car is not showing signs of air gasket. The car was showing symptoms of definitely blocked water, or knackered sensor maybe because they couldn't read the temperature correctly on the engine control, or the one after the thermostat controls the radiator. You've seen in the previous video they were completely gunked and caked with Bradwell, so maybe they weren't working efficiently. 85 degrees now. I'm going to drive home and I'm going to let it idle on my drive for 5 minutes and then give you my closing statement scenario where I think I am. I may be speaking too soon, so touch wood. I don't want to jinx it, and I'd like everyone to manifest for me. The car temperature's running fine. I'm not having any problems with it now. And maybe I'm a very, very, very lucky person who's caused all these symptoms before it has caused my engine to overheat. It's probably because I analyse everything, I become so anal with things, but if as soon as I see the temperature rising, like yesterday I was in traffic, I could see it creeping right up. I was like, do you know what, I have to pull off quickly and go a different way and not go where I was going to go, because if I stayed in that traffic, I might potentially overheat. I've had cars overheat in the past. I had a Renault 5 Turbo where the fan belt snapped before in the M4, and I could hear it going bing, and I was told I'm probably doing, I think back in the day the national speed limit was nearly triple figures, but I was not breaking the law. I was literally watching the temperature gauge, because the Renault 5, if you've ever had one, and I went for 4 head gaskets and that, you know that it went from there to there straight away. My car overheated and it literally cooked and couldn't start there because it was rock. I thought I seized there, wherever. Cool down was fine, we done ahead on it. But that's what I'm saying, I constantly watch the temperature gauge in any car I have. I got a fan on a thermostat and I have a fan on a switch. 84 degrees. I'm just cautious. You're only in a 31-year-old car. I'm sure you guys have seen. You don't jump in your Cosy or your Evos or your RS Turbos, hammer the guts out of them, take them home and just switch them right off. If you do that, you've got too much money, or you don't understand how these cars work. But yeah, I'm on 83 degrees now. I'm about 5 minutes from home, and I've covered a good few miles. So I know you put the fan on now, right? It's on 83 degrees. I'm stuck in traffic. What I'm going to do when I get home now is, well, I let the car cool, I'll take the rack cap off, let the water drop in overnight, and then hopefully then put the cap on tomorrow to make sure I do have the right level of water in here as well. Thermostat on these cars don't come in until about 94, something like that, 87 I think, which I read. I've got a spec sheet, so if anybody needs a spec sheet of any like settings or talks or anything for these cars, let me know, I can email it to you anyway. That's really helped me out. But we're not far from home now. Right then, so I'm home. Right then, so I'm home. We're on 96 degrees, heater's still good. No smoke out the back, 95 degrees now. Just check on the bonnet. Water everywhere. Nothing leaked. Check temperature, 95. Let's turn it off and see if there's any blowback, shall we? Levels there. See moving? What was happening? All that was just blowing straight out, wasn't it? Started back up, 93 degrees. It is a little bit smoky, but that could be my turbo. See, I have replaced it as well, but I don't know. That's just a oily smell. The puff down the end. Engine seals on the way out on it. It does get a hammer into what it is. Temperature's still good. Also, I'd like to say a big shout out to 90s Spec. We're on Instagram. Nice one from the hookup. I love them. And I get a few more stickers like that under the bonnet and stuff now, not on actual car, because I think it's just done right. I'll attach a video now on Instagram, so if you want to hit them up. He's there we are, my fan's coming on now, so the thermostat switch is working. Even better news, yeah. thanks for watching, thanks for bearing with me, and thanks for everyone who messages and helps me and supports me. Cheers for everyone who gives advice and stuff. I do have a sniff test and I probably still will do it, but she seems good. She seems good. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment on it. It helps me set up an algorithm on the videos and gets more content. I am monetized now, so it would be really good if I could use, well, look, my objective is to keep the YouTube channel going and do bits. I got projects up there which I want to do, and it might help me do it. As I said, this is going on show. It's been accepted for the 424 up in Bath and Bristol. It's also been accepted for players in Goodwood. Really looking forward to that. And I'm going to Castle Combe Spring Action Day. If you'd like to see the car, if you want to send me any cleaning products, I can tag you on my Insta on here, and all that kind of stuff. And get the car nice and clean up there, and get yourself known as well. Feel free. I'll put the graft in and get it clean myself, do you know what I mean? But products, I love products. As you can see, the car's just full of junk. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and speak to you soon.